Hey everybody! I just wanted to give you some really quick tips on how to show up for an interview. Even if you're just picking up a job application, first impressions mean a lot. So, doing hiring and HR, I see a lot of do's and a lot of don'ts. And so, hopefully, this video will help you prevent some of the don'ts. First and foremost, ladies, do not show up in your workout gear. It's great if you go to the gym, but showing up in your leggings and super tight spandex pants, not the way to make a first impression. Leggings can be some of the most flattering pair of pants and some of the least flattering pair of pants, so don't risk it. Guys, your gym attire, you shouldn't wear that either. Definitely don't wear any sleeves with cutoffs. Muscles are nice, but don't show them off in a place of business. Another thing, shoes. This is where a lot of people go wrong and they don't think they go wrong. I'm not saying shoes are going to make or break you from getting a job, but my boss always says that you can tell a lot about somebody when it comes to a pair of shoes. Sandals are definitely one of those things, along with flip-flops, that kind of come off as careless and lazy. So I wouldn't recommend wearing sandals or flip-flops to pick up an application or go to a job interview. Next, so this is one of my favorite sayings that I tell new hires all the time. If you'd wear it to the gym, the club, or to sleep in, don't wear it to work. So leave the club attire at home. Guys don't really have much to worry about in this category. Typically, they just dress nice, but ladies tend to be a little bit more, their clothes tend to be shorter, a little bit more revealing, and definitely much more form-fitting. Not really the best way to leave an impression at a place of work. Maybe if you're trying to get a date, but not for the professional world. Definitely leave those sky-high heels at home as well. I wear heels to work, but nothing too flashy, so leave the rhinestones and sparkles in the closet. So, piercings. This is one of those things that if you're applying to a tattoo parlor, hey, that might be something to leave in, but I recommend leaving them out until you figure out what this company's policy is on facial piercings. Something as simple as a stud in the ear, as the pictures I've shown you here, that's something that's fine, but any nose rings, eyebrow rings, lip rings, anything that's not in your ear, I would recommend removing until you know what the policy is. Tattoos. This is one of those things that our generation currently is much more accepting of, but depending on who the customer of your place of business that you're applying for is serving, tattoos may not be the best choice to reveal when you get there. So a lot of people have wrist tattoos. Putting a watch over them can be one way to disguise them. Any sleeve tattoos, making sure to wear a long sleeve. Something that's really common is the tattoos on your chest nowadays. Definitely wear a collared shirt if you have something like that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person for having tattoos. I personally have them myself, but again, the customer that your place of business is serving may not be comfortable with that, and so the place of business is looking for somebody that's going to make their customer feel comfortable, and that may be a disqualifying or kind of a turning off element for them when they meet you. So smoking. This is obviously something that's not going to cause you to not get a job, but if you walk into a place of business smelling of cigarette smoke, it's definitely a turnoff. And again, depending on the customer. You know, if it's a smoke shop, hey, not really a big turnoff. My company, we work with elderly. So for me, cigarette smoke means I'm going to struggle to put you with a client because I can't put you with somebody who has oxygen. So that can kind of cause a little bit of a difficulty on my end. Okay, men, facial hair. You know, facial hair is okay to have, but if you've got something that's unruly and probably is going to carry leftovers in it, probably need to get that under control. So obviously not everybody has David Beckham stubble, but having something that's, you know, a little more under control, well groomed, definitely the route to go when it comes to going to get a job. When it comes to hairstyles, the first thing I ask, please put a brush through it, at least. I always say simple is the better way to go, so definitely don't need to do anything crazy. For the ladies, maybe, going with something straight or some soft curls. I gave you a couple pictures to kind of give you an idea as to what to go for. And always, makeup, hair, less is more. You don't want anything too dramatic. So the next few pictures just kind of go over, outfits that I would recommend wearing to a job interview. Even if you're applying for a job that's going to pay you $8.50 an hour, I say always dress for the job, your dream job that's going to pay you, the big bucks. So wearing a suit and tie is really a strong way to go. It leaves a really good impression and lets the employer know that you take it seriously. You can always wear slacks and a blouse or a collared shirt with a tie for the guys with some, nice shoes. And then casual is also a way that you can go. This isn't something that I recommend for just any place of business. This is something that you might wear more so for an entry level, a little bit lower level position, maybe a more laid back environment. But I would definitely say go more for the suit or slack and blouse. And my final tip and words of wisdom for you, please make sure that you have proper hygiene. Take a shower before you go, and please brush your teeth. There's nothing worse than sitting in a room with somebody who smells like they haven't showered in a week. Some of these things are not necessarily disqualifiers for you to find a job or land a job, but they're definitely things that are going to boost your impression that you leave on that person. So hopefully this will help you figure out what you've been doing wrong or maybe just some extra tips. Thanks for watching.